Hello again. While I got everything out, I wanted to show you all the importance of wetting your pH paper in hazmat response. The reason we wet our pH paper in hazmat response is so that we don't get false negatives on the pH paper, and it is entirely possible. So with pH paper, it only reacts if the acid's able to cause a reaction, which should be obvious to most folks, but we hear these arguments all the time. So I have a couple examples sitting here. So I have a dilute acid, which is hydrochloric acid here. It's actually muriatic off the shelf. This is less than 30% muriatic. So when I touch the pH paper in there, we get a very good indication. Nice and pink, we know that's an acid, its pH in it is 0. Yes, we need to wear a suit and gloves. But what happens when we have a very concentrated corrosive? So here on the left side, we've got some concentrated sodium hydroxide. Watch what happens when I dip it in there. Oh, what is that? It's probably a petroleum product, it's probably a glycol, and we don't need to wear all of our protective clothing. We can just go in there in bunker gear and we'll be fine, right? Well, look what happens when I have a little bit of water in the system. So I'm going to dip that same pH paper in water and then show you what the indication is. No, that is not a petroleum product. It is not a glycol. That is pHing at a 14, and that will pretty much strip the flesh off your bones. So no water, water. Very, very important to wet your pH paper so that we do not get false indications. This is the same for very concentrated acids like 98% sulfuric, very concentrated hydrochloric, and caustics alike. You have to have that water in there in order for it to make the change on the pH paper. So please spread this around, show everybody why we're wetting our pH paper, and you can do the demo yourself. This is hydrochloric acid, this is sodium hydroxide, and this is just distilled water. So you can do this yourself to demonstrate to people if they argue with you, and that's why I'm using common chemicals, muriatic acid and sodium hydroxide being lye. Very easy for you to make these yourself. So spread it around, wet your pH paper, please.